Who's really in charge inside your head? We like to think we're rational, steering our thoughts and feelings with intention, yet emotions often hijack our plans. Anger, anxiety, sadness can derail us in seconds. This reveals a deeper truth. Our minds are not unified but a complex city of ancient instincts and modern logic. What if you're not your thoughts or emotions, but the awareness that observes them? This idea is the first step to real emotional freedom. Let's explore how understanding this silent observer within can transform your relationship with your mind and your life. What is consciousness? It's the undeniable fact that you're experiencing something right now. The taste of coffee, the sound of these words, the feeling of your chair. Science can map brain activity, but it can't explain why any of it feels like anything at all. This is the hard problem of consciousness. Your brain is like a computer, but consciousness is the illuminated screen, the awareness that makes experience possible. We can't pinpoint consciousness in the brain, it's a holistic process, not a thing. This mystery invites humility and wonder, reminding us that our inner world is more profound than we realize. Instead of trying to control every thought, we can become explorers of our own awareness. The journey is not about having all the answers, but about observing the miracle of being aware at all. Society tells us happiness is a prize, money, status, admiration. We chase these goals, thinking contentment will follow, but happiness isn't an external destination. It's a survival mechanism, a chemical reward system. Dopamine, serotonin, endorphins designed to motivate us, not to keep us blissful. That's why joy from achievements fades quickly. Our brains adapt and push us toward the next goal. Understanding happiness as a fleeting brain process frees us from endless striving. True well-being comes from how we live each day, not from what we achieve. The hedonic treadmill explains why happiness from achievements never lasts. We adapt quickly to new circumstances. What once thrilled us becomes the new normal. Our brains are wired for striving, not for constant satisfaction. It kept our ancestors alive. In modern life, this can feel like a trap, always chasing more but never arriving. The key isn't to stop setting goals, but to find joy in the process, not just the outcome. When we focus on the journey, we step off the treadmill. Real satisfaction comes from being present in the experience, not from reaching a destination. If happiness isn't in future achievements, where do we find it? The answer: the present moment. Most suffering comes from regretting the past or worrying about the future, not from the present itself. When fully absorbed in something you love, you're not anxious or ruminating, you're simply present. This state, called flow, is a natural source of happiness. Mindfulness is the skill of bringing this attention to any moment, not just special ones. Simple practices, focusing on your breath, savoring your food, listening deeply, anchor you in the now. Happiness is found in wanting what you have, right here, right now. Emotions aren't random, they're an ancient survival toolkit. Fear, anger, sadness, and joy each serve a purpose, preparing us to act quickly. These responses are fast and automatic, often bypassing conscious thought. But in modern life, the same systems trigger over emails or traffic, not tigers. Recognizing emotions as tools, not flaws, lets us pause and ask, what is this feeling trying to tell me? This space allows us to respond wisely, using our emotions rather than being ruled by them. You are not the weather, you are the sky. Thoughts and emotions are like passing storms, sometimes bright, sometimes dark, always changing. But the sky, your awareness, remains vast and untouched. We often mistake ourselves for the storm, saying, I am angry instead of, I notice anger. Mindfulness is shifting from being the weather to being the sky, observing emotions with curiosity, not judgment. This creates space to choose your response rather than reacting automatically. You don't suppress feelings, you allow them to pass through, knowing they don't define you. Realizing you are the sky brings stability and peace, no matter how turbulent your mind becomes. Consciousness, emotions, and happiness are deeply connected. Consciousness is the stage, emotions are the actors, happiness is the reward for wise action. When we identify with emotions, we're tossed by their energy. But as conscious observers, we see emotions as temporary signals, not our identity. Happiness arises when we respond to emotions with awareness, aligning actions with our needs. The goal isn't to eliminate negative feelings, but to strengthen our mindful awareness and skillfully direct our inner play. Understanding is just the start. Practice is what transforms your life. Here are 5 steps to master your inner world. First, label your emotions. Naming what you feel, this is anxiety, moves you from being consumed by it to observing it. Second, anchor in the present. Use your senses or your breath to ground yourself when overwhelmed. Third, prioritize sleep and nutrition. A healthy brain is essential for emotional stability. Fourth, practice short meditations. Even 5 minutes a day strengthens your ability to observe thoughts without getting lost in them. Fifth, detach from your thoughts. Instead of "I am a failure," try "I'm having the thought that I am a failure." This creates distance and perspective. Remember, you are not your pain, your anxiety, or your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. This awareness is your greatest strength and deepest peace. Be kind to yourself as you practice. Share what you learn and support others on their journey. We're all exploring the mysterious landscape of the mind together. The path to mastery is ongoing. Walk it with curiosity and compassion.